I keep hearing and reading that the work of family caregivers is invisible, hidden. I have been thinking about that, and that's what inspired this week's Caregiving Comfort. Hey everyone, I'm Denise Brown, and I write what I call Caregiving Comforts. I started writing them in 2003 after I challenged myself to take one word, apply its meaning to the reality of caregiving, and then think about it from a different perspective. So it felt like I was sprinkling a little bit of hope on caregiving. I found it really helpful to write these as I cared for my parents, and now I continue to write them for you. So, this idea about our work being invisible is a message that I see out in the world everywhere. I want to make sure to clarify, though, that I get that at times we feel invisible, and that's a terrible feeling, and that's the reality. However, I think it's different when we name how we feel, which is sometimes invisible, and someone calling our work invisible, because our work is not invisible. And it makes me crazy that people call it invisible. And what I think is that they don't get it. And I wanted to write something that really speaks to what they don't get about your work. And so that's this week's Caregiving Comfort. And here's what I wrote for you: a caregiving comfort, scope. So many don't get what you do. They don't get your scope of work. Your work spans across 9 different domains. The domains are advocating, assessing, being, communicating, deciding, managing, planning, providing, and finally, sustaining. During the moments of your day, you may take on responsibilities across multiple domains. Consider your caree's last appointment with the doctor or last hospitalization. With one situation in mind, you can clearly map your impact across several domains. Others who don't get your work may also call what you do invisible. Your work is incredibly visible because others, like doctors, fellow grocery store shoppers, and family members, witness your work. Because others can't comprehend your expertise, they may try to minimize it, but you know better. Your scope of work means you run a small caregiving enterprise. When you want another to understand the value of your caregiving enterprise, share words using your domains: advocating, assessing, being, communicating, deciding, managing, planning, providing, sustaining. Here's what it could sound like. I attended a doctor's appointment with our caree today. I advocated for a better care plan and communicated our concerns about the medication side effects. I offered insights into our latest decisions we made because of my assessments of our carees' safety at home. I asked for services that can help me now because I'm starting to provide more hands-on care. I planned ahead so the supplies needed to keep our caree occupied during the wait actually did that. Our Carrie and I are managing the impact of the doctor's appointment with an easy evening. She felt somewhat defeated when we got home, so I sat with her while we listened to her favorite music. I so appreciate your support, which sustains me when I feel overwhelmed. A simple story about a doctor's appointment that actually illustrates the complex, intricate care you provide. The scope of your work shows up every day. It's visible, impactful, and important. We see what you do. I actually have a way for you to calculate the value of your work across these 9 caregiving domains. Check the show notes for a link. I would love to see what your value is. Thank you so much for listening. If this was helpful, hit like. If you calculate your value, share your value in a comment. And if you find our content helpful, hit subscribe. I so appreciate all you do, because all you do is incredibly impactful. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Denise Brown.